All right. Hello, everyone. We're letting everyone in. A lot of people in the waiting room. You guys are all prompt.
Yes, just give it a couple more minutes. I keep clicking admit all, and then there's like 9 more that show up.
So excited to see everyone. Have people been getting snow? I think we're supposed to get snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
Soon here in Ohio.
I'm
Not as bad as
that
that first one that knocked down every tree.
No.
That was fun.
No, it
Not in
wasn't.
Michigan. Not in Michigan yet.
All right. Well, just want to remind everyone. So how we've been doing these Wednesday webinars. So it is the last one of the last 2 of the year. Just to let everyone know that there is another one after this. That's kind of like a second level of your website that has a different link. Because we wanted people to be able to come in and go, if they wanted just the beginning or the advanced, whatever. So I will put that link in the chat by the end of the class, but you can't, this is a different link than that one, just so everyone is aware.
Yep. And so this class, we will be going over the very basics of your website, which is your profile picture, your featured listing, changing your website's template, adding a page, and where to put your the 3 spots to put your bio. So it's a very, let's start in web admin the first, and then the next class will be a little bit more advanced with some more things that you can do with it. Are we slowing down yet?
No, I was just coming back to tell you, there's just another big group that came in. Give it 1 second. I'm trying to keep up. Also, you guys will be the first to know, we are going to continue Wednesday webinars into next year. We are going to keep doing these on the 1st and 3rd. So just keep your calendar marked. We've decided that it seemed like people really liked them and we keep getting big numbers. So that being said, you can email myself, Natalie, or whoever on the education team and let them know if there's a specific topic that you'd be interested in. We'll just add it to the list and we can do that in January.
Yep. And remember, with those topics in mind, we're trying to do kind of 2 bite-sized classes. So, the 20-ish minute classes and not like a full hour one. So we're trying to keep the topics pretty specific, just so it's not overwhelming, and mainly focusing on 1 or 2 takeaways and things you can do, and not just overwhelming you with just talking nonstop for an hour about all these wonderful things.
Natalie, you might as well just get started. I mean, I can't, people will just have to join as they come in. We'll just get it going.
Okay. For those who do not know me, my name is Natalie Duguid, and I am a MarTech trainer out of the capital region of New York. And this is Kate. You want to introduce yourself? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I'm doing so many things. Hi, everyone. My name is Kate Lesueur. I am the Director of Education for the Midwest and also a MarTech trainer as well.
All right. And so with that, let's dive on in. I am just in the office for this morning. So that's why my screen is right here. To get to my website admin, in case anyone has not gone in there yet, I definitely recommend getting your website set up pretty early on after joining Howard Hanna, as it is important to show who you are. So once you log into the dashboard, gohanna.com, you're going to click My Website Admin, which will then take you here. Please note, I have an admin profile in here, so I see the entire office that I'm connected to. And you're just going to see you and just one agent. So I'll kind of walk you through that as I go. The first thing we want to go over today is changing your profile picture. Because we know it is so important to make sure you have an updated profile picture and that it is the same one across the board anywhere you go, because your face, that picture is part of your brand. And so we want to make sure that it is consistent. So if you go up to profiles right here and click agent maintenance, it will take you, hold on, I'm gonna find the page it will take you to. Here we go. It will take you here. You will, when you click profiles, agent maintenance, it will take you to this page with you. And so changing your profile picture is simply coming over here and clicking upload photo. It even tells you pixels wide if for some reason you keep trying to upload a photo and it's not working. Sometimes it will also tell you that the resolution is not high enough. And so you can kind of talk to your marketing department about that and maybe see if you need to get a better picture taken than the one you're trying to upload, like a higher quality one, different camera, if you need to there. But you're just going to click select a new photo and it will let you search from your computer. So that's why we always kind of recommend you have a folder set up for marketing, which has your picture, your bio, Howard Hanna logos, all that stuff. If you keep that in a marketing folder, it's a lot easier for you to find the things that you're looking for.
Natalie, I'm going to chime in. You knew this was going to happen. I'm going to chime in. So I actually, embarrassingly enough, I saw on TikTok a great way to make a studio photo. If you're a new agent right now, and maybe that's why you're joining this class and you don't have a headshot, or you just need one that's a little bit more, updated. If you have an iPhone 10 or above, you can, or wait, maybe it might even be 7, wherever the portrait mode is on. If you have portrait mode and then you take portrait mode, take your photo and then do studio light and make the light go all the way to the left, it actually will give you a very professional looking photo. So again, that's portrait mode. And then when you click on the lighting at the bottom, the studio light, just pull it all the way to the left and you will have an awesome photo. It's a great way to get around doing that. If you wanted an updated one, or maybe one that's, maybe you're like in a tank top in your first one and it's wintertime and you feel silly using it. Whatever it may be, just recommend that to do it.
Awesome.
That's a great tip.
Thank you, TikTok. Don't tell anyone I'm on TikTok.
TikTok for the win. And so and then you would just simply click upload once the photo popped up in here. Upload and you're good to go. And that's kind of how you would set up your profile picture in here. Then of course, as you go down, you can fill out the rest of this information. The next thing we're going over is featured listings or featured properties. And basically, if you click on this, all of your current active listings will show up under here. And then you can click one of them and they will be featured, which when we go over website templates next, you'll see what I mean by that. But the main thing is definitely use this whenever you think about it, whenever you get a new listing, because once that listing goes pending and not active anymore, rather than that box just being a big ugly X or looking like it's broken, it's just going to turn into a search box for anyone on your site. So you don't have to remember to switch the properties, to take down a property. The website will automatically just change that box to a basic home search option for you instead. So definitely use that featured property listing when you get new listings and when you think of it. And just as a bonus, since we're here, if you use your Howard Hanna app, I would definitely recommend check marking show app link on your website as well. So if people are on your website, they can download your app from there. Okay, so this is all under your profile agent maintenance here with your phone number, your social media links, and then 2 of your bio spots. So I wanted to touch on this before we moved on. One of them here is going to show up on your page of the company's website. Then agent bio is going to show up in your Hanna Presentations agent profile page, which is usually at the end of your templates. So that's what these two are here. Do we have any questions about this page before I move on? Good. All right. So again, this all reflects on your page on the company's website. If we then go under content and agent content pages, this is going to be your actual agent website, which is your name.howardhanna.com. So mine would be nataliedogood.howardhanna.com. And that is my own personal website, and that's where you want to send everyone. So let me find. All right, so if you go to content, agent content pages right here, these are going to be your content pages on your website. So if we then go to view and edit content about me, that's going to be the final place to put your bio. So if you do your bio under profile and you fill out, those 2 spaces I just showed you, that's great. However, if you then go to, emilymodan.howardhanna.com and you're like, my profile isn't there, what happened? I put it in. It's because you didn't go under content and put it in that final place. And sometimes this green outline is a little hard to find depending on your templates. So when you get to the About Me section, click around in here until this option shows up. And then you can, paste your bio in or write in there how you want. Kate will show you some more things you can do on a page next session. But this is the third and final place that you should be putting your bio in. Then you will save the content and publish page. Because any of your pages on your website do need to be approved by your manager, they get an email. However, if you are really anxious to get that up, you could shoot them a text or email them and just say, hey, I made some changes. Can you approve them? And then those changes will appear once they're approved. So if you go and do all this and then you go look and it's not up to date yet, your manager has not approved it yet. So those are the 3 spots for your bio. Any questions on this? Still looking good? All right. So now we're going to look at.
We got one question.
Oh, okay.
How did you get your picture to show up on that page?
In the About Me page here, that is, if you fill it out under profiles, in agent maintenance, you just need to put your profile picture in there, and that feeds to most other places. The tools that Howard Hanna has, a lot of your information and like signatures and stuff feeds from what you filled out on your profile agent maintenance page.
Natalie, you were on the About Me. I'm assuming that's what she's asking about.
Yeah, this one.
So depending on the template you have, so I have template 1, I believe, and the picture does not auto-populate. So if you needed to do that, you would have to just add it in like where the text box is. And you just do it like the like you would any other image, the little like landscape photo. Natalie, you can just point at you would just click that. You got another question. I'm actually going to put this one in the chat as well, but where are the 3 places that you would put your bio?
Yep. So under profiles, agent maintenance, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's 2 spots for your bio that we just went over. And then under content, agent content pages, you're going to view and edit the About Me page. And that is the 3rd spot.
I believe the 2 that are under the agent profile are called bio and description. Is that correct, Natalie? Does that sound right?
Yep. Agent bio is for your Hanna Presentations bio. So it's going to be that agent profile page, which is the last templates. And then description is going to be your bio on the company website.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was I was really confused by that. Thank you because I was like description and then bio, like what's a description? Like and then I couldn't view that on someone else's page because that's just for them to view. So you're saying the bio goes in both of those because that it's going to plop in different places. And that's why I was having trouble with it not showing up on my website, I think.
Yep, because so if you go under profiles right here, and it will tell you 2 descriptions. This is the individual's profile page on the website, but they mean the company website, not your website. And then the agent bio goes in the GoHanna directory profile and Hannah presentations.
Thank
And
you very
then-
much for clarifying that.
Yep, not a problem. And then the agent content pages, again, that's going to be your website. So then talking about the templates, like we were talking about those a little bit earlier, you guys up here in between dashboard and content are going to have another tab that says my website. And it gives you the options of like your menu options, as well as just my website. I have to get to it a little bit of a roundabout way, but it will still look the same once we're in there. But that's how you get there. And so if you do manage my site, it's going to take you here where you can see what your website URL is. And then your landing page can either be that home page, which will show you down here, or you can choose it to be the About Me page. That's up to you. And so here are the designs that Kate was talking about earlier. This is design 1. They say with the templates, they kind of start off more buyer agent focused and go down the list to more of a selling agent's focus, because right up here, you have the picture, your information is center page, pretty big, right there. And then the featured listing will show up down here. And we'll go backwards to the default design real quick. So again, that's not showing up on the home page. It will show up on the About Me page over here, similar to what your page on the Howard Hanna website looks like. We already saw the design 1. In design 2, we can see that the agent's picture and information got a little bit smaller up at that top, and the listing is a little bit more prominent at the bottom. And then when we look at design 3, we will see the agent's picture and information is kind of smaller and put off to the side so they can easily contact you for anything. But this listing is like, well, bam, front page. And they can see that really clearly. So that's kind of the different designs right there. And you can pick which one that you like. And then you would do set as my site design. And so that's how you would do that. And if you do want to play around with your menu, you can click manage my menu right here as well. So that's all we have left right now, is then adding an extra content page if you wanted to. Under content, we're going to go to agent content pages. And again, this content tab means your personal website. Profiles is more your profile page under the company website. So I always try to impress, those are the difference between those tabs with everyone. So when we go to your content pages right here, we can even see that I already have a test page made. But basically up here to the top right, it says add a new page. And if I click on that, it's going to open this up.
You have
And so
you have a couple questions. I'm sorry. There's like questions in the chat, and so I don't know if you want to take a look at them, because there's some relative questions as to what you were just talking about.
So yeah, I see it. If no current listing, if there's no current listings, how does this site appear? They're talking about the featured listing or the listing. So that would just be the home search toolbar that's on your profile. It just auto populates to search. So it's never going to be blank. It's never going to say like they don't have a listing. So don't worry about that. The benefit of each style, I have my opinion on that. Natalie, do you want to take it or do you want me to go through?
I mean, I kind of said it from buyer's agent to selling agent already, which is kind of my view on it. So if you want to say anything more, Kate, maybe you have.
So
a different
I would
view.
just tell everyone the one piece of advice I would have is change from the default design. Right now, everyone's at the default design, which is basically the Howard Hanna's website page with your small photo at the top. And it just doesn't look personalized because it's exactly what the website would be. So if anything, at least change from that. Design 1 has a pretty heavy picture, like larger photo of the agent. Design 2 has it pretty equal, and then design 3 has a really large image of the featured listing. So, and keep in mind, you can change these at any point. If you've got a needy seller that's like, you know, I want my listing on your page highlighted, you can come in and change that. If you don't have any listings, you can change it to design 1. That's not something that needs any type of approval from a manager. So just remember, you know, whatever makes sense. But I would say, and I think Natalie probably would agree, if you're going to do anything with the design, just change off the default.
Yep, I definitely agree because the default does basically look like the company website. And you kind of, you know, you have your own website, you might as well stand out with it in regards to that. All right, so with adding a page, which again is a great way to set your website apart, it's a great way to keep people coming back to your website if you have some kind of theme or hobby that you post about. You know, you can make a page almost similar to a blog where, you know, you write articles on it, or you are attaching, you know, video links about do-it-yourself stuff or whatnot, which is all stuff Kate will talk about in the next one. But really adding a page that's your own page with your own ideas and that gets updated is something that keeps people coming back to your site, sharing your site with other people, and makes you, you know, really active and relevant. So thinking about what kind of pages you want, whether it's just stuff that's going on in the community, is just you being a great resource for where you're at and being the expert on that. So you would do a title up here. So I can just say Natalie's page again. And then this is the tricky part that gets a lot of people stuck, is for the URL, you're going to take it from the end and basically grab that other parentheses, but you'll stop right before this slash, and then you will just do the title. You don't want symbols, you don't want spaces, and you just want to start right behind that slash. And so it's not going to let you save if the URL is incorrect. And so that's the important part with that. And then in regards to metadata page title and metadata description, did you want me to get into this now, Kate, or did you want to take it over next time?
So I wasn't really going to talk about this, but in my class at least, but I do think it's important for you all to know. I'm just going to say there's really no point in making a new page if you're not going to fill out the metadata. So meta tags are a way that a search engine connects what's on your page to what someone's searching for on a search engine. So the title is going to be like what actually shows up. So that would be, in this case, the title, Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. So right now, a lot of yours probably just say whatever your name is. So if you make a new page, you'd want it to say like, you know, advice for buyers, like how to prepare to sell. That would be the title. And then underneath, if you go to the other one, Natalie, not the ad one. So underneath that Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, that's the actual description. So that's what someone's going to see. And so I don't know if you've ever done a search where you've gotten to Google and there's no actual text underneath that title. That means they've not filled out their metadata, which is likely that would be the case for a lot of us, a lot of you all, just with our pages. They do need to be complete sentences, and it is very crucial for you all to fill that out so people can actually find your page on Google. Otherwise, you know, what's the point in having these websites? So I tell people, how Natalie was saying, everyone should really have a marketing page or marketing folder. I would make a Word document that just has different SEO meta tags, like your title and your description, and then just write them out and then put them in here. I don't believe there is a limit. At least I've never seen it get to that point. It might just have like ... continuing. So it would still find that stuff. The other thing to know about the description is that is not anywhere on the website. So that's just for the search component of this. If you make a new page or for your pages right now, you definitely want to have that filled out. And Natalie, I'm making one more comment and then I'm totally done talking. The other thing that you really want to do is if you go to Google and just put top SEO, Sam, Evan, I don't know an O name. Okay, just SEO on Google and you look up top SEO tags real estate or realtors, you're going to find really popular ones. You obviously want to intertwine those with some more market specific ones.
And
So-
also, Kate keeps saying SEO. That means search engine optimization, just for those that don't know. All right.
Okay, so someone wants you to show. Okay, so first off, this is getting recorded. It will be on our YouTube Howard Hanna Education channel, so you will all be able to see it again, rewind, stop, all that good stuff. Can you please show again how you got to this edit page? And then can you actually go through and change the metadata for them so they can watch you do it?
Yep. Okay. So I am under content, agent content pages, because again, website is going to be under content here. And then if I wanted to add a new page, I could click there and that's going to take me right to where we just were. But if you want to change the metadata on an existing page, I'll get out of this. You will again be under your agent content pages. If I do view edit content, I'm changing what's on my page. If I just do edit, it's gonna get me to that page where I can change the metadata page title. So I could, you know, if Emily had a realtor tag or something like, I don't know, selling in the 518, something like that could be my page title if I wanted. And then the description, I'd want to do a sentence or two about, you know, I have been a realtor in the capital region for this many years. And you know something else that you think that people would search. You know,
It's got to be a full sentence too. That's a really good point. Natalie's writing out a complete sentence. It used to just be able to be like word, comma, word, comma, word, comma. There's too many. Hackers have gotten too good with that. So they actually don't even allow tags anymore. Also, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Natalie. I just want to tell everyone, I did do a Google search and I added some info for you guys in the chat. It does say that keeping within the metadata description, typically keep it within 160 characters.
Yeah, so that's a lot to give you for people to find you when they search, but it's also not too much that people aren't even going to bother to read. Because, you know, reading wise, we have short attention spans. So just a couple sentences is best. But yeah, definitely just, you know, Googling SEO, like Kate said, just to see what will put you at the top of that list when people are searching for real estate agents to use.
I found a good one. I'm going to share it. It's specifically for realtors. So I'll put that in the chat, a website for everyone.
And then you would just come down here and save it, which I won't because it is not actually my website. And so that's really mainly what we wanted to focus in this class today, bite-sized pieces. So making sure you have that profile picture that's the same across the board. If you have a featured listing, definitely promote it. And don't worry about it just looking like an error on the site when the listing goes pending. Looking at your template to see which one works best for you at this point in time, and you know, changing from that default if you're on the default, and then making sure your bio is showing up in those 3 spots, and then adding a page and looking at metadata. And again, this will all be up on the YouTube education and training page, and we recommend you guys go there, subscribe, and then you can, work on this one by one. Listen to me rant about that first profile picture, go do it, come back, anything you want for that. If you mess up a page, if I just click this edit button again, I can then just delete this page because I don't want it anymore.
You got another question, Natalie.
Mhm.
What are some examples that you could put in an added page? What would be like metadata you'd put in a page that you've added?
Well, it depends what you want to do with that page. Again, the adding the pages is all to just keep people coming back to your website, to get them sharing your website with friends. So you could focus on localized activities that they can do, things to do in the capital region, something like that, or, things to look forward to this weekend if you want them coming back weekly, depending how much effort you want to put into this. Or if you have a hobby, if you're really into gardening, then maybe you could almost do blog-like pieces where you share about your gardening tips, tricks, or maybe kids' activities. I'm sure parents would love to have suggestions and ideas for them, for things to do with their kids that are fun or educational or stuff like that, especially with the year that it's been. But it's got to be something you're passionate about. Because again, you want to be putting, unless it's like, this is what's going on in the area, you want to be putting fresh content on that page because you want people to keep coming back. So if you're not passionate about the subject you chose, you're not going to want to keep updating it and you're going to get bored. But if it's something that you already, look on Pinterest, look online at different websites, then it's just going to be natural for you to have more information, to learn fun things and to add it to that site. So it's got to be something you're passionate about, and just, something, again, that sets you apart as a realtor. You are a real estate agent, but you can also connect to people on hobby levels as well. So hopefully that answers your question.
You got another question. How often do you update the website, the tags, the pages, all of the above?
Okay, so in regards to your bio, I usually say just update it if you got maybe a new designation or something, or just to keep it fresh. I usually suggest like the spring cleaning idea, where once a year you go in and you just make sure your bio is up to date. If anything exciting happens, you can add it. If you have any year specific things, like I've been a realtor for 3 years. If you haven't changed that in 5 years, that's like horrible. You want people to know you've been a realtor for 8 years. And so I usually, in regards to your bio, suggest spring cleaning about once a year. If you want twice, or if something exciting happened, go in there then. In regards to your metadata and tags, that's up to you. Usually if you have something in there, I would say you're ahead of the game. But I mean, if you want to do more seasonal things, if you think people are searching more seasonally, with looking for an agent or something, you could do that, maybe 4 times a year if you wanted, but that's again, what you want to put into it. And then in regards to content pages, if you really love doing that, I would suggest, having something maybe weekly and up to date, where they can just start looking forward to every Thursday, you're going to post something new about gardening, or you're going to give me ideas of what's going on in the area this weekend. It's really mainly though just the consistency. Even if you just do it once a month because you're crazy busy, they'll know, oh, on the first Wednesday of the month, my realtor pushes out a new fun tips and trick article or a do-it-yourself project or something. So really, you don't want it to drain you, but you do want, new content on there occasionally. So, the once a month, but just try to keep it like the first of every month or something like that. And then you got to make sure you push it out until your people get used to first of the month. There's going to be like a new article, or there's going to be a new tip or something like that. So it's just kind of that.
Yeah, I agree. I think seasonal training is really smart, especially depending on what's going on in the market. You know, you want to do something special for buyers, for sellers, preparing your house for the winter, you know, for the spring, summer, whatever. Also got a message. Can we have the neighborhood news on your website? You want to show that page? That's
Yep. So if I just look up, I hate when that happens. There we go. If I just look up your website right here, there's the property search, there's an about me page, there's the fair housing, at least in New York. I don't know if that's across the board, but in New York, that's required. You have your reviews that show up, you have your listings, your sales, as well as any of your social media you've put in. And then you also have the What's My Home Worth, which is the buy side component where they can, you know, get information here. And then the neighborhood news where they can sign themselves up for neighborhood news. And those are all the default pages that the company sets up for you right there. So that answers that question. So yeah, I would definitely.
oh, someone's not the actual page to. That's the page to sign up, not the actual content. Correct. The content, if you're looking for something like that, Tom, to that's going to update automatically, I would do trend graphics, and I'll show that at the end of the next class because it's not in every market. I think I'm going to give it another 30 seconds if anyone has last minute questions. You can always unmute during these sessions too. It's supposed to be a little bit more interactive if you want to ask anything else to Natalie.
Before we see you in the next class, maybe.
Yes, I did put that link, by the way. So the next class, it's going to be like embedding videos, GIFs, links, adding lead capture from Real Scout. It's just going to be kind of like just a little bit more advanced with some of the things you can do on the website. And that's going to start in like 7 minutes.
Okay.
Hopefully see you guys then. I'll re-share the link one more time if you want it in the chat. And
again, if you have any questions as you're doing this, definitely feel free to email me or the education team with your questions, and we can either point you in the right direction or, you know, just answer your question. If I can save you 5 minutes, I would love to save you 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
hi, Natalie, I'll see you soon.